ramp stone was broken out as if by an explosion from below. It revealed a sharp, vertical shaft, which passed through a natural cave or grotto into the bedrock. Below the grotto, they followed a natural fissure and then angled toward a junction with a descending passage deep underground. The only treasures that Al-Mamun found in the Great Pyramid were the curious passage system and the incredible workmanship of the ancient stonemasons. 70-ton granite monoliths polished like marble in the king's chamber. 7 overlapping layers in the grand gallery. The high vaulted ceiling of the queen's chamber. The incredible accuracy of the descending passage within 1/50th of an inch in 150 feet. What were the trade secrets of these ancient craftsmen? How did they build the Great Pyramid? Of all the ancient architecture that has captured the curiosity of modern investigators, that of the Great Pyramid is the most astounding. Many theories have been offered about the techniques used. In 1978, the Japanese Nippon Television Network, NTV, cooperated with Waseda University to try the theories by an actual test. They built a small pyramid in the desert near Giza. Their findings were aired in a 90-minute special program on Japanese television. August Tornquist was one of 2 American photographers granted special permission to photograph the Japanese project.
The largest blocks that the Japanese cut were about 1 meter square, weighed a little less than 3 tons. Then they tried to drag them on plane skids where the ramps were greased. They tried on pine tree logs. They tried mud bricks made with straw. Then they put a lime coatings on top of that to try to figure out how they possibly moved these massive stones in the pyramid. And I'm sure that one thing the Japanese found out, that it was not as easy as they might have thought. Missing in the Japanese pyramid was the fine work. There were no stones set in close proximity. Japanese used forklifts and cranes, all kinds of tongs and equipment to pick up these blocks. Many people came and would say, "Oh, the Japanese, they're cheating." And I would say to them, "You're not cheating. If you ever saw the equipment that they used to machine and cut the blocks, you'd feel sorry for the Japanese and their inferior equipment."
We worked with the Egyptian workers. There were strikes in the middle of a pyramid construction. They worked for money, of course. And at the end, I thought that the Egyptian worker had become to have the pride as a pyramid constructor. The main element of the pyramid construction in ancient Egypt was sand and water and time and eternity and faith in the God. And that is the main part we learned from our pyramid construction. We use modern equipment and TV cameras. We didn't have any faith. We realized it when we were building the pyramid. We have only ambition to make a good TV program, big hit. That was our only energy. We didn't have any faith in God. One day I thought the ancient Egyptian had a big faith in God. Faith made them build the biggest construction in the world.
The Japanese project contributes to the understanding of how the Great Pyramid was built. But more questions remain. For example, the ramp theory seems inadequate and inefficient in a building the size of the Great Pyramid. To double the height of a ramp, it takes 8 times as much fill material. Another unanswered question: how were the blocks lifted